Hello and welcome once again, fellow girls, guys and gamers. This is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for another episode of 7 Days to Die Alpha 15 ValMod. It's day 21, so we're having a horde this evening, but there's plenty of fun to be had before that happens. As you can see, I've done a little bit of construction work on our base during the night, and basically I've now got somewhere to stick torches. I have not finished the job, not by a long chalk, and we are still making spikes as well. But yeah, I've basically gone around, so we've got a pretty good idea of where I'm probably going to put some windows in there, quite frankly. We want some natural daylight. No, that is just torches, isn't it? Want some daylight coming through there as well. Let's have a torch on this side too. I'm just conscious that tonight we're going to want lots and lots of light. So there we go. So you can see we've got our little bedroom area here, and then we've got a corridor that goes around here. We can't actually get down the hatch unless that is shut, but there you go. So I may possibly get rid of one or both of these access points, and maybe I'll turn that hatch around actually, because if it needs to flip up against the wall, then we can access it from either side, doesn't it? So let's be sensible about that one. Okay, there we go. So that's more or less what we're doing in here. I've got a couple of storage chests here. I've got this one here is our forge storage chest, and then this one here is going to be for, I don't know, just general stuff, I suppose, but things that we want to combine or things that we're going to craft. So I can spam craft a load of stuff and shove it in there, basically. We can't craft anything through that, so that's not very helpful. And then what I thought I'd do, because this is a relatively small area and we want to put all our workbenches and things in here, what I thought I would do to be extra super cunning is I thought we'd actually inset our storage chests into the floor, which is why I'm destroying this block here, because it doesn't matter too much if these, I don't think, yeah, that one's definitely not going to get sort of attacked from below, because you know, that stone is sort of going all the way down. The one next to it, for example, I think probably we are going to find that that goes straight through, doesn't it? Yes, but I don't know that it matters over much, really. So that is what I'm thinking of doing, really, is putting these in here, because the chances are the zombies, if they do break into here, aren't going to be attacking the ceiling, generally speaking. They'd have to get up 2 floors to do that, but I just thought it would save us some space in here. We can quite easily put in 3 storage chests here, or storage boxes. Now, these we want to make, however, before we can do that, we need to make ourselves a handsaw. There we go. And we have learned that recipe. So I'm making that handsaw, and then we can place that in. That is one of the tools that we need in here. There we go. There it is. I don't know what we need the other tools for, but we certainly need it for here. This. And we're going to make ourselves an ammo chest. We want a building chest, definitely, for just general building supplies. And we want an ammo chest. And then we've run out because we need more wood. So, first and foremost then, we need to go and get some more wood. We knew this was going to happen, and you can see I've actually got some more seeds here ready as well, which I found in our chest when I was fossicking through there. We've got so very many bits of just stuff generally that we need to sort of store around the place, and for the longest time we've been just shoving it in a desk in the corner of the room, and we've been putting it in a big cardboard box, and it's just, well, it's not great really, frankly. So we're going to see if we can get that sorted out before we do anything else. Okay, we've pretty much removed every large tree within a mile radius of our base now, so that's got that sorted out. We're going to continue with our mild fortifications here. I will just do that because we haven't upgraded those bits ever so much. There we go. That's just the first blocks that we put in there. So we will just make sure that they are less likely to get broken through. There we go. And we haven't got any iron, so that's fine. Okay, and then we will just, let's see, can I just, yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Repair that up, that's all I'm trying to do there. There we go. There we are. Okay, and then we'll fill this in. I have no idea if, there we go. I have no idea if which direction the Horde are going to come from. I'm not planning on putting all spikes under here or anything. I'm hoping that the Horde will come under here and we can shoot them at our leisure, but who knows? They're a lord to themselves, really. Yeah, I mean, a couple of people have suggested that, you know, the Horde comes from the direction you're not looking in, but mostly I've spotted that, you know, I've observed that they seem to do precisely the opposite to that, actually, and, you know, quite often they've come in exactly the direction I've been looking in. So right, we're gonna have to be a little bit careful there of not spiking ourselves on that. So there we go. Shall I just, I don't know, I don't really want to put much in the way of spikes there because we've run out anyway. There we go. But I don't want to put spikes there particularly because we're going to end up spiking ourselves, really. So I'm going to just plant these last 2 seeds here. Somewhere around here. There we go. One there and one there. Lovely. There we are. And then I've gathered a bunch more sort of wood there, of course. So, and I'm going to make a few bows. Let's make 6 of them at least. And we're going to craft some more bows and then go to the combine station with those. And make ourselves a bow that's actually worth something. So let's just unload that for the minute. We're going to want to make a bunch of arrows as well. So I'm pretty sure that, let's see, have we got any storage chests yet? No, we haven't. Oh, that's because they have to be made in here. There we go. We've got a building storage chest and we've got an ammo storage chest. But I also want to make storage for weapons as well. There we go. Craft. And we want the full raft of them, really. Let's make a building. No, we've got a building one. Silly me. Got building. We want one for food and one for health as well. There we go. And then we're going to have everything all nicely put together where we know exactly where it is. So for the time being, let's see. I'm mostly full of. Oh, that's nice. That's a very appropriate level up there. Let's just get as much ammo as we can for the moment, which isn't much, is it? There we go. Oh, I need to make a new hatch for there as well. Okay, so let's just combine these bows together and then we'll provide ourselves with a bit more space. There we are. And we're going to have to make a few more of those. I want it at least in the green, really. Oh, look, and there's this one as well. There we are. So we'll do a bit more of that in a moment. But for now, I want to get our ammo box here. Alright, we'll put ammo maybe there. And let's just place our arrows down the bottom there, and then the way I normally arrange this is sort of in rough kind of size order like this, but we can rejig that whenever we need to. There we go. And we're also going to want to put the ingredients for ammo in there as well, as it were, so bullet casings, gunpowder, all that kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. So I've got myself a hatch now. Let's just place that where we want it, the way round we want it. There we go. Oops. And now we can access it from either side, so that's great. We've got our ammo in here. Now, I haven't quite done this, as perhaps I should have done, like that. Okay, so we're going to put all our gun casings here, bullet casings, beg your pardon, there. And then I've got some various types of arrows and things. Is that a crossbow bolt? That's a crossbow bolt, and they're crossbow bolts as well, so I don't even know why they were occupying the same, they weren't occupying the same space. And then I'm going to put our weapons chest right next door to that, because it makes sense, doesn't it? We're going to put our crossbows down the bottom there. In fact, we've got 2 crossbows there. We should combine those together. You see, the problem is that I've got so much stuff here that I haven't actually been able to see what I've got. So it's all been a bit crazy. There we go. That's better, isn't it? There we are. So we've got crossbows, and what might be sensible, actually, given the crossbow bolts and things that we have, is to equip ourselves with our crossbow bolt rather than our arrows and a crossbow bolts. Well, we got 186 of them. That's not ever so many, is it? So we're going to need to make some more of those, but I might actually sort of keep my other arrows and my other bow on me just in case. But grinding that up a stage or 5 is not going to do us any harm, let's face it. And then we've got our building supplies as well, which we're going to plonk there. And I've also got storage for health and what have you as well. Maybe, do we want to put it there or do we want to put it somewhere else? Maybe we want to put it over here. I'm not sure. Because we're going to want to put, actually, a campfire over in this direction somewhere as well, aren't we? We're going to want to put a campfire somewhere, and I think probably, let's just borrow that for the time being, because I haven't, in fact we can make some more. What am I doing? Frames! I've got lots of wood now. Let's do this. Wood frame. There, let's just make, oh gosh, we're not going to need that many. No way. Let's just make 100 of those. There we go. And I'll put that back for the minute. I will put a wood frame. Let's see. In some ways I'd prefer it if we actually had a bit more of a corner there. So I prefer it if... Damn it, that was stupid, wasn't it? That was really thick. Okay, I prefer it if we had our doorway kind of here. So that's what we'll do, I think. Is we'll have our doorway here. And then we've got a bit more of a corner there that we can put our campfire in. So there we are, and we will put our campfire raised up, frankly, because if I don't raise it up, I know what will happen. I'll set fire to myself with it, which is quite stupid. There we are, so we'll put that there. Let's see, and we'll make a fire as soon as we're done making those, which is not going to take too long either, so that's great. And then what we need to do is put these, our food chest and our health chest right next to that. There and there. And then this means that in the next episode, once we're done with the Horde and we've got plenty of time before the next Horde, that means we can go to the hub city. We can get ourselves equipped and we can go onto the hub city. I'm just going to put those in there for the minute. There we go. There we are. Food right next to there, and health next to that. Nice. Okay, there we are. Now I've got a torch here. Let's just stick that, I don't know, there, shall we? And that. Oh yay, that is not what I meant. Oh, that is so annoying. That is so annoying. That's 2 torches. I'm trashed now. I am not on a roll today at all in any way. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty much it there. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got a bow there. We'll need to make some more bows and sort of get that crafted up properly. Let's just make ourselves another shovel as well while we're at it, just because I want to get this stone shovel in my inventory sorted out. This is all good for our crafting grinding anyway. There we go, we placed that there. We've got a storage chest there. We should probably have just a normal storage chest there for sort of fuel for the fire, or maybe we should just have a general storage chest for that. See, I can put lots of coal in there, or we can put wood in for, you know, for fuel as well. It doesn't really matter over much. And if we're going to have windows, well, I don't know really. We probably want a window here. Oh no, I can't believe I've just done it again. Oh my goodness. Facepalm. Facepalm-tastic. That is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm just trashing all. That is the problem with placing them on. Okay, that is it. We are not doing that again. No way. No way. I'm going to make sure that they're all upgraded. And then I can't trash any more of them. There we go. The other ones, I think, are pretty much... That one is not, but it will be in a moment. There we go. That's... There we go. We're not losing any more that way. Thank you very much. There we are. If I don't upgrade any of the other blocks, we're upgrading those ones. There we go. Alrighty. So, we might have a window there and a window opposite as well. I've actually upgraded that block there when actually we probably want a window there. But hey, there we are. We can have a window here. There we are. And we could just move that over, couldn't we? Okay, there we go. There we are. Okay, so still a work in progress around here, basically. We've got to have a window there. We're going to have some actual doors up here as well, because the plan is that the zombies aren't going to get up here. That's the plan. There That is always the plan. There we are. So we're more or less sort of straight up here now. We're going to have our workbench maybe sort of here. And we're going to need to put some other things as well. What else have we got down there? We've only really got our workbench down here, haven't we? We should probably do our best to shift all of this stuff up there now as well. Yeah, we're full up, obviously. And again, I've got crafting stuff clagging up my inventory because I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Go on, put it there. And there we go. And that's got that a little bit improved. And then we're going to need a chest for tools as well, aren't we? So I'm just going to put fresh food in there for the minute. Cooked food's going to go a little way down. Perhaps we put chemistry kind of ingredients down the bottom there in case we ever get a chemistry bench. I'm not sure if we will at this point. And of course we're going to need our bowls and plates and what have you there. Okay, here we go. So we've got a load of pistols as well, and for a couple of subs who have pointed out that I've got loads of pistols and I could disassemble them and reassemble them and upgrade them via the combine station. No, I can't because I haven't learned the recipe yet. So there you go. That's why we haven't done that yet. So there we go. That's our full arsenal there. A bolt rifle. They take that kind of ammo. How much of that have I got? 72. Well, that's not a great deal, is it? So I'm not really willing at this point to waste the ammo because I'm pretty rubbish at firing it anyway. Yeah, we're just upgrading this bow, this normal bow here, and then I am going to need, I think, another one there. Oh, look, I've got another pistol in my inventory, which I didn't mean to have. Let's just put that away in there as well. And then we've actually got, yeah. We've got everything pretty much where it needs to be, and we need to make a bunch of arrows as well. I need actually to make as many arrows as possible. How are we doing? It's 8:30. Let's just make a few more bows, because that is still rubbish, actually. There we go. Oh, what's this? Cling film. Cling film. Ah, we want to put cling film in here, don't we? So we've got it mostly sort of organised in here now. Obviously, I'm not completely organised yet, and we've got our building box there. That's probably where our carpentry kit should go, and our nails, and various other things as well. But for the moment, let's just get ourselves sorted out so that we can... Let me just put that through there as well. There we are. We're nearly at green now, aren't we? Are we still crafting? Yes, we are. Oh, we've got yellow. We've got yellow. It's not great, but it's a start. And we probably ought to sort out our axe as well, shouldn't we? But we'll leave that for the morning, I think. For the moment, let's just put that in our building box as well. And then prepare ourselves, because it's getting on for that time again. Okay, and then we need to make sure that we have our bows loaded up. So we're going to start out with... No, the normal bow, please. We're going to start out with our iron arrows for that one there, really. Let's see. Have we got anything going through here at the moment? No, we haven't, but we could make a bunch of those. Oh, my goodness me, we could really make a bunch of those. Let's just do that for the time being, shall we? And then, have I got this on? Yes, I have. Here we go. So, we're not going to be complacent this time. We know they could turn up pretty much anywhere, on pretty much any side. So, let's just groove around the outside here without... yeah, I put my carpentry kits away, didn't I? Away, didn't I? So, we don't have access to those. Right, let's just start out with our bow, our crossbow, and I just have to remember exactly how it works. Normally I shoot from the hip, but during hordes I think it's probably best if we actually aim. There we go. Hideous creatures, where are you? Oh, there he is. Okay, there's our first customer right there. We should be able to go straight down there, but I have no idea where he is, actually. I can't see him. Oh, down there. Okay, well, where are they? Hello? Can I load it? I thought I had loaded it. Okay, there's a couple of them down there. And as usual, they're not even coming to where I am. They're just kicking crap out of my spikes. They seem to be seriously attracted to my spikes. Oh, there's a bunch underneath me now. Oh, yes, headshots. Okay, note to self. If you go even slightly farther over here, for some reason they seem to really seriously hate these spikes. I think for visibility's sake, you can do with taking out the frames that are below there, but I don't ideally want to do that because that means that we're not going to be able to see very well. We're not going to be able to get about on our back deck there. But I would like to keep these things away from my spikes, really, because I want to be able to shoot them. I want the experience myself. I want those lovely experience points, and I want to keep them. Oh, look, you see, they're just all running straight over there. I don't know why they're so fond of my spikes. They just love them. They just love them, and this is partly why I don't tend to use spikes so much, because, yeah, it seems to affect zombie behaviour, but much like doors do. Well, there we go. It's done, and I think that was one of our more successful Horde nights. We got our kill count up by a significant amount, which is fantastic. Oh, a spider's just turned up. Late comers to the party. But I have noticed that our wood spikes really massively attract the zombies, and I don't know if that's part of the mod or if that's just part of the vanilla game. I've never particularly noticed it before in the game, the zombies being attracted to them, because I don't think if that had been a thing before, I can't imagine that I would really have been that willing to use spikes, because it would just have basically said zombies punch here, and the whole idea is that the spikes defend my walls, not make the zombies aggro on a particular spot. So I'm not sure about that one really, but it is going to affect my decisions, spike trap related decisions. Do you know what? Let's just go downstairs and deal with this guy. So yeah, as I say, we've got our kill count down pretty well. Oh, no, I don't really want to do that, but let's take... I want to know how far I am from him, really. I don't want him too close to me. There we are. I think from here on in, if at all possible, we really do want to be using a crossbow. It is rather better from that point of view. Oh, I don't know what I just picked up, but it's pretty good. We're going to get rid of these zombie remains as well. We may as well have the bones and what have you from them and just get them off our heat map as well, if that's a thing in ValMod 2. And as you can see, we did lose... Oh, hello, that's good loot. We did lose a certain amount of loot as well, to the fact that there just isn't... That is what... I need to, like, loot that first. We lost a certain amount of loot, probably, to the fact that there wasn't enough space to be able to pile up the zombies. Oh, we want those, definitely. So, if the zombie corpses pile up on top of one another, then obviously we end up losing them, because they then make... Yeah. A corpse appearing on top of a pre-existing corpse makes then that one disappear as well. So it's not great from that point of view, but we just don't seem to have the space to be able to sort of pile them up here, because I found as soon as I came, even vaguely, like past the centre line, they all just poured, as you can see, over my spikes. It was like they were magnetised or something. Very frustrating in point of fact. So that was not something that I was betting on happening, but there you go. But other than that, as I say, pretty successful really. Oh my goodness me, I've got so much loot. I'm actually going to have to go back into the base, I think, because I've run out of space now. So we can scrap that, can't we? And I'll scrap those two. And then we did have one zombie who, for whatever reason, decided that she was going to just aggro on this corner all night. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's my stomach growling. Do you know what? That always gets me. I think there's some sort of freaky new kind of zombie on the loose, and it's my own stomach. Well, thankfully now we've got our food somewhere easy to get at, so that's good. I don't need that, thank you very much, but we will have our blueberries in there. And then I've got plant seeds. No, I've got survivor notes. I've got plant seeds here to add to that there. Oh, and then this must be pretty much done making those now, so we're going to turn that off. There we are, and we've got 100 iron arrowheads, so we can make that into more crossbow bolts. There we go. Oh, actually, it looks like we need to make those in the workbench, so we'll have to get on and make those in the workbench. But in the meantime, oh, look at that. I've got 2 more pistols as well. Fantastic. Well, we've got so many pistols now, it's getting silly. We're going to have to learn enough of the recipe there to be able to make use of that. Yeah, we're going to need to get our other crafting stations up here too, so that we can really get our base started up here. And we'll need something in there to stop wasps and stuff later in the game from just flying on in here. And of course, we'll upgrade these blocks as we get the resources together to do that. But for now, look at that! I've even got more pistols. Wowza! We've got quite a lot of pistols now. I seriously need to learn those recipes, don't I? So we've leveled up a couple of times. So before we finish the episode, we will just go in here and see. We've got 10 points. That's all we got. 10 points. Now, I do have 1.5 million things that I really want to put these points into, unfortunately. Oh my goodness me, and it's really, really difficult to choose what we need to do. But one thing we definitely need to do, we need to be able to make ourselves some armor. Now, what I'm not sure about, and I'm assuming it's going to be blacksmithing. No, what do we need? I would, yeah, maybe it's armor smithing. Now, this only goes down as far as leather chest armor. But I am assuming that actually it will go further than that, and that armourer skill will enable us to make sort of metal armour as well. So we're going to stick all of our points in that, because one way or another we need some armour before we go to the hub city in the next episode. And even then, we could just find ourselves dying. So yeah, that could be kind of entertaining. So for now, I'm going to lick my wounds. I'm going to, as I say, I didn't have too bad a night of it, but I need to put all of this stuff away. I need to loot all of the zombies there. We've got mouldy bread, which I think probably needs to go in there, doesn't it? We've got shotgun shell cartridges, you name it. We've just got stuff all over the place. So I'm going to put all of this stuff away, and I'm going to loot our lovely zombie friends down there, eat and drink. And I do hope that you guys, that is not what I meant. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We need to go hunting as well. We need some meat. And if you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know. And feel free, as ever, hints, comments, tips, all of that good stuff. And I do hope you'll join me for the next episode when I think we will head hubwards. Or at least we will prepare ourselves to head hubwards. It's going to take us a little while to get there, isn't it? It's not a million miles from base, but we don't have a bike. So we're going to be hoofing it. And just going through the wasteland is going to be interesting because there's going to be doggies. So we're definitely going to require armor for the purpose. So yeah, I do hope you'll join me for that. Until then, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye bye for now.